Hi there, Science Apprentice. My name is Noemí Durán, and I want to welcome you to Creation Lab. In this 10-video series, we will go over the week of creation and all of the wonderful things that God created for us on each day. Some of the experiments that you will see in this program are dangerous, and you should not try to do them at home. We will mark them with this symbol. For some of the experiments that we will mark with this other symbol, it will be necessary for an adult to be with you to help you with the difficult or dangerous steps. So God created great sea creatures and every living thing that moves with which the waters abounded, according to their kind, and every winged bird according to its kind. The fifth day of Creation Week was an intense day. God created the fish of the sea and of the rivers, and the rest of the aquatic animals. The whales, the dolphins, the octopus, the starfish, the jellyfish. But that wasn't everything. He also created the birds. What a job! Can you imagine? Design and create eagles, peacocks, swallows, ducks, parrots. And God did all these wonders with His Word. What is it that makes birds different from the rest of the animals? They fly. All the details of the bodies of birds are designed for flight. They have hollow bones and a beak-shaped mouth because teeth are heavy and would make them unbalanced while in flight. They have lots of different types of feathers, air sacs around their lungs, very powerful eyes, and a brain that is specialized in moving in 3 dimensions. Amazing! Doing experiments with things that fly is complicated, so we are going to concentrate on other characteristics of birds which have to do with reproduction. Birds are oviparous, which means they lay eggs. And this is what we need for our experiments today. Eggs, and a few other things. Vinegar, the cardboard from some toilet paper rolls, a plastic plate, some bottle caps, and some books. In this experiment, we're going to explore the shell of an egg. We are going to see what happens when we take an egg and we put it in vinegar. So we're going to put it inside the glass and we're going to add vinegar until it's covered. If you look close, the eggshell started to produce little bubbles as soon as it came in contact with the vinegar. What gas do you think is being produced? To see the final results of this experiment and how contact with vinegar affects the eggshell, we have to wait a few hours. A day has passed since we put our egg in vinegar. Let's see what happened to it. It appears to be fading, and it's squishy. Let's wash it to see it better. And this is the result. The shell has completely disappeared, and now our egg is elastic and soft. But this egg has a surprise. To see it, we need to turn off the light. Do you remember the black light? Look what happens when we shine it on the egg. We have a radioactive egg. To achieve this effect, all you have to do is add the ink from a highlighter to the vinegar when you put the egg in it. What's happened? The eggshell is made of calcium carbonate, and underneath is a thin membrane that protects the egg. The calcium carbonate reacts with the vinegar, which is an acid. Little bubbles form, and it dissolves. Then, the vinegar passes through the membrane and gets into the egg, making it grow bigger in size. The acid from the vinegar also reacts with the proteins in the egg white, causing them to become elastic. That's why the egg looks like rubber and bounces. Eggs are an engineering marvel. The shell has to be resistant so that it doesn't break easily, but thin enough for gases to pass through and so the embryo can breathe. We are going to explore how resistant an eggshell is, and for that, we're going to rest 3 eggs on top of 3 bottle caps. We have to look for eggs that are the same size. How much weight can an eggshell hold? Let's investigate. Next, we are going to put a plate on top of the eggs, trying to center it as best as possible. Now we're going to put weight on the plate, and for that we're going to use heavy books. We are going to do this very carefully so it doesn't go off balance. How is this possible? The shape of the egg makes the weight spread out and makes it hard for it to break. The structure of the eggshell is similar to what architects use when they design the arches of the churches and cathedrals. Only in this case, the architect is God. You are going to love this experiment, but I'm not sure your parents are going to think the same. To do it, you need to fill a glass with water and put a plate over it, nice and centered. Since this plate is really big and heavy, we're going to sub it for a smaller plate. Also, this one is transparent, which will help in centering it better. Right in the middle of the plate, we're going to put the cardboard from a toilet paper roll. And on top, resting on the cardboard, we're going to put an egg. What just happened has nothing to do with the structure or composition of the egg, but with the laws of physics, specifically with something called inertia. But I'm not going to explain it to you. I challenge you, like a good science apprentice, to investigate it for yourself. Today we did lots of things, but what did we learn? That God created the birds on the 5th day of creation week. That God is an incredible engineer, architect, and designer. That in something as common as an egg, we can see the wonders of God's creation. Do you know that Jesus cares about little birds? The Bible says so, and it also says that for Him, you're even more valuable. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? Yet not one of them will fall to the ground outside of your Father's care. So don't be afraid. You are worth more than many sparrows. And that's it for today's program. But remember, we're not done yet. A good scientist is never satisfied with just seeing how others do things. They have to try it for themselves. So now it's your turn to put on your lab coat, your safety glasses, and your gloves, and do the experiment at home. And don't forget to ask for permission and take all necessary precautions. See you next time.